Thanks for tuning in to this how-to video on the Revenue Recognition tab. The Revenue Recognition tab provides deeper insights into your financials. It does this by showing you the realization of revenue of a project based on a certain duration. It provides information on scheduled revenue, scheduled cost, actual revenue, actual cost, earned value, and projected revenue, as well as your project costs. The aim of this tool is to allow you to have a better understanding of how your scheduled and actual financials are spread across your project so that you can make informed decisions around when revenue generated from the project can be recognized. For example, a company may engage with their customer to build a new website and agree on a payment schedule with the customer to pay 50% at the start of the project and then 50% once it's delivered. Even though the payment for the project has been received, they are only in the first week of the project and have not delivered 50% of the work. So therefore, they are not able to recognize the full amount of the deposit. This is where the revenue recognition page comes into play and will show you how much of the revenue can be recognized based on the distribution of effort across the duration of the project. Now let's discuss the figures that make up the recognized revenue. Starting with planned value. The planned value, or PV, is the percentage of revenue you plan to earn during the period that you are evaluating. The period is based on the action start date to the end of the week that's selected. The formula for this is the number of working days for the period divided by total working days times the hours scheduled billable value. For example, if an action on your project accounts for $1,200 in revenue and has a start date of the 21st of September and an end date of 30th of September, the total working days for this action is 8. If the master date on the revenue recognition page is set to September 26th, then the evaluation period is for the first week of the action. This breaks down to 5 total working days this period, 8 total working days for the action, and $1,200 in scheduled billable value for the action. Therefore, in week 1, the project will have a planned value of $750. Next, you have your earned value. The earned value, or EV, identifies how much revenue has been earned based on how much work has been completed as a result of the effort expended to date. The formula for this is the completion percentage times the hours scheduled billable value. For example, if I have completed 40% of an action, which has an hour scheduled billable value of $1,200, then the earned value is $480. That's 40% of $1,200. Next, we have your actual cost. The actual cost, or AC, identifies how much of the revenue has already been accounted for in achieving the current completed hours, or the sum of hours completed billable value on your time logs that are relating to the action. The formula for this is hours completed times your billable hourly rate. For example, if I had logged a total of 4 hours and my billable hourly rate is $120, the actual cost would be $480. Next, we have our revenue recognized. The recognized revenue, or RR, calculates how much of the revenue due to be earned has been recognized so far, based on the completion percentage. So if the project's billing type equals fixed price, this is calculated based on the completion percentage. Otherwise, it references the hours completed value, billable value. The formula for this is the completion percentage times the hours scheduled billable value, or the completion percentage times the hours completed billable value. An example of this would be if we are working on a fixed price project and the total action budget is $1,200 and the completion percentage is 75%, then the recognized revenue is $900, which is 75% of 1200. There are other projected values that are shown on the revenue recognition page. Most of this information will be for your cumulative completed values, your projected completed value costs, and your profit and loss calculations. Further breakdowns on these values can be found in our knowledge article on the revenue recognition page. The link can be found on this display. Now let's take a look at the revenue recognition page. This can be accessed from the PMO dashboard or from the project overview page. To access the PMO dashboard, you have to go to the management pad of the Mission Control console and navigate to the PMO dashboard, and then the revenue recognition tab can be selected. From here, you select the date range that you would like to view, and then select Go. Once you have the data that you would like to view, you can also export it to CSV. One thing to note about this revenue recognition page is that you must select your projects to be viewed on this page. So what I've done is created a list view to manage which projects show up on the PMO dashboard. Alright, so what I do is I come in and I edit, and I will select whichever projects that I would like to view on the PMO dashboard, which will also show for the revenue recognition page. Also note that you must ensure that action progress tracking is enabled on the control pad of the Mission Control console when using the revenue recognition report. The data is stored into a JSON file on the project record and is updated weekly as a part of the action progress tracking feature. It is used for some of the calculations to take note of the completion percentages, the working days, and non-working days. The next place that you can view the revenue recognition is on each individual project. Once you navigate to the project overview component, it will be listed as a tab. If you have trouble finding it, please review your role record. From here, this will display information from the project timeline. However, you can select a date range within this view, and then a monthly or weekly view, however you would like to view the information. So these are the three sections. We have the header here, the summary section, which gives us some analytic charts, and then we have the detail area. The summary section will show you cumulative line charts. The chart on the left provides a line chart displaying values for the revenue recognition, and the chart on the right gives us our profit and loss. All of the above values display the sum from all of the projects or different points in time for the specified period. The legends displayed on the charts are clickable and will allow you to hide values from the chart. The details section will show you all of the financial data for your project broken up by view, and you are able to click and collapse sections when you're in the standalone. In our display here, we get our project budget, our completion percentage, our cumulative scheduled billable value, which is the hours scheduled billable value from all actions on the project that are scheduled to have been recognized this period by the planned value. Next is the cumulative scheduled value cost. This is the value of the hours scheduled cost value, and it's scheduled to be recognized during this period. Next, we have our cumulative scheduled profit and loss, which is the scheduled value billable planned value minus the scheduled value costs. Next, we have the cumulative completed value, which would be our actual cost, and then the completed value for the cost. Next, we have our cumulative profit and loss, our earned value profit and loss, our earned value backlog, and the cumulative projected completed value billable. Historic periods will show the cumulative completed value, which is the actual cost. For current and future periods, will show revenue that is left to be recognized, split across the periods based on the number of hours remaining, calculated from the current completion status of the project. Next, we have our cumulative projected completed value costs. For this one, historic periods will show the cumulative completed value cost. For current and future periods, you will see the cost left to be incurred. And then lastly, we have the cumulative projected completed profit and loss. This is the cumulative projected value billable minus the projected value cost. So we can see here as the project is progressing, based on the completion percentage, more revenue is scheduled to be recognized and completed against the project. Thank you for tuning in to this how-to video on the Revenue Recognition tab. Feel free to find further details on our knowledge base regarding this feature and the calculations, and find further videos on our how-to training videos page on our website. You can also contact support at support@aprika.com. Thank you.